Hi, Dustin Devereaux, Devereaux Real Estate Services, and I wanted to talk to you today about the real estate market, what a buyer's market is, what a seller's market is, a neutral market, real estate inventory, how it's figured up, and what that means for you as a consumer. Now, I got the idea for this video a few days ago when I was talking on social media with some of my friends. I was having an organic conversation with another real estate professional. I've got friends on social media who are real estate professionals and friends on social media who are just real estate consumers, of course. Me and this other professional were talking about what a great seller's market it is, what a great time it is to be a seller in real estate. And another one of my friends who is not a real estate professional made a comment something to the effect of, well, it must not be a good time to be a buyer then. I laughed it off. I thought it was kind of funny and didn't really think much about it till a little bit later when I realized he was probably being serious. He might not understand what the difference between a buyer's market, seller's market, and the implications for both as a real estate consumer. And I thought, it might be a good idea to make a video explaining some of that. So what's a market? What's inventory and what does that mean? A market is just an area where real estate is bought and sold, just like any other market. It can be broken down by state, by county, by city, or even zip code. It can even be broken down further by real estate professionals to specific streets and subdivisions. So how is inventory determined? Inventory is determined very simply. You take the average number of listings that you have in whatever area you are trying to figure out your inventory, and divide that by the average number of homes sold each month in that same area. So for example's sake, let's keep it simple. Let's say you have 15 active listings in an area, and the average number of listings sold in that same area is 10 a month. You divide 15 by 10 and you get 1.5 months of inventory. You double the number, 30 listings, active listings, in the same area, which has an average number of 10 listings sold, you have 3 months of inventory, and so on and so forth. You can scale this up and down to fit whichever market you're trying to figure out to determine the number or determine the inventory for that particular market. So what's a seller's market? A seller's market typically is anything under 6 to 5.5 months of inventory. Conversely, a buyer's market is anything over about 6.5 to 7 months of inventory. A neutral market is what's in between. So what does that mean for you as a consumer, up or down, whether you're in a seller's market or buyer's market? Well, right now we're in a seller's market. So does that mean it's a terrible time for you to buy? I don't know. I don't know you. The most important thing about determining whether it's a good time for you to buy or sell real estate is if it is a good time for you. Are you moving? Are you relocating? Do you need a bigger house? Do you need a smaller home? Do you have the finances to buy or sell? Do you currently owe more on your mortgage than the house can sell for in this market? These are all things that have to be determined by you and your real estate professional if you're using one. And a real estate professional is a great resource for determining whether it is a good time for you to buy or sell. So that is what determines whether it's a good time to buy or sell, is whether it is for you, not the market necessarily. So you've decided that you want to buy real estate. You need that bigger home. Your family's expanding, or you're relocating and you need to buy a new home. But it's a seller's market. What does that mean for you? Well, it means that you don't have quite as much leverage as you would as if it were a buyer's market. That means that you and your real estate professional, when you go out and you view a home and you love it, you need to make an offer that is representative of that. You're not going to want to lowball it, because if you lowball it, then the person who does like that house and is ready to make that offer is going to come in above you and they're going to take the house. So you don't have nearly as strong a position as you would as if it were a buyer's market. This also means that it is more important than ever to be pre-approved, because there's nothing worse than finding that home of your dreams. You're ready to make an offer. You make an offer, but the person who is already pre-approved has made a similar offer, but they have a stronger position because they don't have to go through the process of applying for the loan the same way that you would. So they can move quicker, which is important in a selling market. Now, there's a whole host of things to consider when you're trying to determine whether it's time for you to buy or sell a home, whether it's the right time for you. One of those things, particularly if you're a buyer, is the interest rates. Could be important for you as a seller because if you sold a home, you're likely to be in the market to buy another home. So it's important for you to consider too. Interest rates went up in 2017. They're likely to go up in 2018. Some economists believe they'll go up 3 times in 2018. Now you may say, well, it only goes up a fraction of a percent. Well, this is true. But when you're looking at a 30-year fixed mortgage for several hundreds of thousands of dollars, a fraction of a percent could mean $30,000 or $40,000 over the life of the loan. That's $30,000 or $40,000 that you can't use to buy that home. That's leverage that you're going to lose out to buy that home. Now, if it's not the right time for you to buy, you might have to buy later when those interest rates go up. That's just part of being in the market, part of being a consumer. It's not the right time for you to buy. But if you're waiting on the fence, waiting for that buyer's market, that's something for you to consider, because when that buyer's market comes around, you might actually be in a poor position because of the loans that are available to you at the time. Real estate is a living, breathing thing. Any functioning market is. Whether it's a good time for you to buy or sell is completely up to you, and it's something that you want to think about and consider heavily before you make that determination. If I could be of any help to you making that determination, by all means, call me. My contact information is in the link below. I'm happy to talk to you, even if you're outside my market, because I know people all over the northern U.S. I know people in other markets. I can point you in the right direction, and I can give you recommendations for that market. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. And if I can be of any assistance to you, please let me know. Thank you very much. Bye.